So if you see any pictures that you want, you can just take them with you because I can always order more. Don't take my digital picture frame, that's mine. But today is a happy day for a sad reason because we all love Joy and we're gonna miss her. And we brought all of these people together who don't really know each other, but we all knew Joy and she was special. So thank you all for being here and we love you, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, so I'm just gonna put this down now.
In 2011, that's 2011, through her sister, because I was taking care of her sister. She loved her sister so much, and I always have to call her so that her sister would talk to her because she had memory. Right, her memory was gone, but she always remembered her sister Joy. I met Joy and the husband. It's like a family. Sometimes I would say when you are a caregiver, you put yourself in the person's situation, like the person is your mother or your father. So you take care of the person the way you would take care of your parents. So that was how I was with her sister. The family always kind of like, I became part of the family since 2011. So I think somewhere in 2015, that was when we relocated from Michigan. That was where her sister was, to Jacksonville. We came to visit Grandma Joy. Anytime her niece, that is her sister's daughter, came to visit. So I think it was June 1st when I called her and said, I'm so sorry, I had wanted to come visit you on your birthday, but I'm so tired because we are moving and it's a whole lot. It's taking a toll on me. She says, you hurry up. So I was like, my daughter was like, why is Grandma Joy screaming that hurry up? What's with you? So we all started laughing. So we had planned coming to see her on Sunday. That was that week on Wednesday. That was when she passed. So I was, for some reason, I think she knew. That was why she said, hurry up and come see me. And Grandma Joy was, as everybody is saying, she was Joy. Every time, I know the videos that we've had, I always laugh because the things that she would say is so hilarious. But I know she's in a better place in heaven. That's what I would say. And thank you so much, everyone, for celebrating her life.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Daniel's grandmother.
Tell us.
A real friend of Joy. And all I can say about the lady is very short. She had the right name.
Right.
She was a joy to herself and everybody she met. That's all I have to say about Joy. She was very
That's so
sweet.
sweet.
Everyone, including the fact that I can be loud and obnoxious and the opposite of both my parents right here.
She wasn't a fan of Daniel. Joking.
But the first time I met Joy, she helped fill a hole that I had. I was telling John, my grandmother lived with us, she raised me, and she passed away in 2012. And when I first met Joy, it's like she filled a hole I didn't even realize that I was living with. And Joy was energetic, happy. Like, I legitimately want to be Joy when I grow up. And I remember my parents met Joy before I did. And I was still in Gainesville, and I get this call that my mother, I'm calling her out, my mother doesn't drink, everyone knows that. But apparently my mother was drinking with Joy, dancing to traditional Jewish songs as one of their friends was playing Jewish melodies that Joy remembered as a kid. And I hear that my mom was drinking and dancing. Who is she? She's going to tell you later. And in order for her to do that, that means that someone special must have come along. And I wish I was there to see it. The next thing I knew, I never met Daniel until 2017, I think. He had already been working for my dad, and my dad's telling me about Daniel, and he's like, oh, he's taking care of Joy. And I was like, who's Daniel and who's Joy? And he's like, that's like a grandmother, but not a grandmother, but he takes care of her as if she is his grandmother. And so all I hear for years is how much Joy means to my parents and how much they love and respect Daniel for being that way for her. And then when I finally met Joy, I was like, oh dang, you're sassy. I love it. I'm here for it. So much personality, and she taught me so many things about life and love. Someone wrote on the Facebook event that Daniel invited us to. I don't know who it was. It must have been someone that's in here. That said, a quote from Joy, I don't know hate, I was raised in love. Someone wrote that remembered it, and it's so true. No one really emanated love the way she did. She always talked about her positive experiences and how much she loved her life, and she was grateful for all the amazing people, her parents, her husband, and more than anything, her grandson, her 3 grandsons that are sitting right here. If we could just share a little applause for the 3. She talked about everyone that she loved so much, and I was like, wow. I think you'd be kind of cool. This is great. And I was on my way. I already told Danny this, but I was on my way here when I was on the phone with one of my good friends, Min. And we invited her to one of my birthdays, and Daniel and Joy came. And Min was like, "Oh no, Joy passed away." I was like, "Oh, you remember Joy?" She was like, "I loved her. I met her one time. No one hated Celine Dion like she did." She was like, every time I listen to Celine Dion, I just imagine Joy roasting her. Oh, Celine Dion.
Joy hated it.
But she loved me. She loved all the women in the room here, so. But I learned so much through Joy, and I really will want to carry on all these lessons, and I don't understand how one tiny little woman who didn't even weigh 100 pounds. 92. So she was 5 years older than what she weighed. Yeah, I weigh way more than my age, so. But I'm saying something on behalf of my parents because I'm a good daughter today and only today. But thank you everyone for being here, and the more you guys talk about Joy, the more I feel like I will cry tears of joy. But it's only for Joy, so we can do it. Thank you for listening to me ramble about this amazing lady, and I hope that everyone I guess technically only Joy can put the fun in funeral. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you guys for planning this for us.
First time I met her was at a Christmas party. And those that know me at my Christmas party, I always start out with this song.
Where am I going to park?
Sorry, it didn't go all the way up. Okay, it's too slow. Unforgettable. what you are. I'm gonna cry. Unforgettable. She's in our hearts. So I just wanted to say, love you, Joy. She's been a blessing. The first time I met her, we were on the dance floor. She came up to me, this sweet little lady, and she tells me, "You're not boogieing enough. Move that butt." So, thank you so much. Love you, Joy.
I'm so glad.
That's my mom. Are you okay?
Yeah,
What
okay,
Mom
I'm there and
didn't
get
tell
right
me
there.
is that she is the culprit of Romeo and Juliet. Joy's two.
Should be Bonnie and Clyde. Bad little Yorkies.
We were down in Homestead. I came home one day and she said, "I just got off the phone with Joy." And I said, "Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you're keeping in touch." She goes, "Do you know she wants a puppy?" And I was like, "What?" She wants a Yorkshire teacup, a Yorkshire puppy, a little teacup puppy. And she goes, "Do you think we could give her one for her birthday?" I was like, "What?" Okay, so I went in, I got on the computer, $10,600 in Miami. And I was like, "Mom, we cannot get Joy." So about a week later, I was managing a warehouse down in Miami, and one of the truck drivers came in, and he had brought his wife with him on the trip. And so she got out, and she had a little puppy. And I said, is that a Yorkshire puppy?" She's like, "Yes, I didn't even know if I should bring it because it's really young." And we started talking, and I said, "Well, can I get the information of, where you got it?" And she says, "Well, actually, my friend's a breeder, and, she does sell the puppies and everything, so I'll write it down for you." Well, I called the lady, and she called me back the next day, and she says, "Yes, I'm a breeder, but I just got some bad medical news, and I'm probably not going to be breeding for a while." I said, "Oh, okay, well, if you do." She says, "Well, hold on." She says, "Can I tell on you?"
Yes.
Okay.
Always.
No, not Mary.
Oh, thank God.
Rob.
Thank God.
So,
I'm going to be in more trouble.
so I called Daniel and I said, "Daniel, you're probably going to kill me, but I found some New Yorkshire puppies." And he's like, "Puppies?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "The catch is the lady wants the brother and sister to go as a pair." He's like, "Uh-oh, let me call and ask Rob, because I don't know about this." So Rob's like, yeah, we should get both of them. So we didn't tell Joy.
Don't do it, guys.
Mom and I got the puppies. We drove up a little bit south of Lakeland, Florida. We got the puppies, and we came up and knocked on the door, and Joy came to the door. And literally almost fainted. And we told her, we said, "These are for you." And every single time she calls us and talks to us, she would say, my babies are doing this, my babies are doing that." And I appreciate that Rob and Daniel allowed her to have those two puppies because they really made a difference. When you're happy in life, you can live life. And for that, I thank Daniel and Rob, because a lot of times people's environment allow them to thrive, and because of them, she is so happy. Every time she would talk to us, she would say, my boys, my boys, my boys, all the time you would hear my boys. And so for that, guys, I appreciate you all also. Thank you.